Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, is warning the African Democratic Congress to do the right thing to avoid future challenges. In other words, he said the African Democratic Congress, if you want to restore power from the ruling All Progressive Congress, that it has to do the right thing, that there are some fundamental issues that are yet to be addressed. These issues he was talking about are issues that needs to be dealt with now to avoid future challenges. And those future challenges are some of the challenges that have wrecked the PDP and other parties in Nigeria today. Watch.
And I subscribe to coalition, ADC coalition for 2027 election.
Okay.
And I believe in it.
Okay.
But as much as I believe in it, I need to know the fundamentals that we all agree to respect. But in all this, there are still some fine lines that we need to respect, where things must be done properly, where we must sit down and talk about where we're driving the country to. Today we have what we can say unsigned agreements.
Okay.
About the presidency.
Okay.
Unsigned agreements about rotation of offices.
Okay.
Which is why this person will come from here, this person will come from here. All those things needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future.
The election is almost here, and you people have not agreed. So what time are you not going to agree?
Forget about, even if it takes us 1 week to agree. They do. If Nigerians wants this country to change, we can make it.
That was Peter Obi talking about the 2027 presidential election and where the ADC stands. And he was making it clear that ADC is having a fundamental problem of deciding where the political offices and other positions are going to come from. In other words, the ADC must make up its mind where the presidential candidate of the party is going to come from, where the vice presidential candidate is going to come from, where other officials of the party they are going to come from. In other words, Peter Obi is saying that the ADC must be able to take a decision on all these fundamentals. And you know that some of the things that wrecked the PDP was that of indecision about the issue of zoning. That was what ruined PDP today, that it had become a shadow of its former self. The failure in 2022-2023 to decide to zone its presidential ticket, and that failure to do so was caused by Atiku Abubakar, who was hell-bent on contesting the 2023 election, even though it was not the turn of the North, where he hails from, to produce a presidential candidate. Atiku Abubakar helped to ruin the PDP by his determination to contest. Now, the same thing is unfolding now in the African Democratic Congress. African Democratic Congress, the only reason why you see that African Democratic Congress is not coming out clear to say where each presidential candidate is going to come from, and the only reason why they appears to be throwing it open is because Atiku Abubakar is interested. That is why they don't want to talk about the zoning. But that will be their greatest undoing. You have to come out clear on zoning. And where this presidency should come from should be clear to everybody. And to show you how this is going to work, unless the ADC themselves are not reading the political temperature of the country, the next president of Nigeria in 2027 must come from southern Nigeria. That disqualifies Atiku Abubakar, because under Nigeria's unwritten rotational presidency arrangement, power rotates between north and south. Power rotates between north and south. And P2B has made himself very clear in several interviews that the next president of Nigeria must come from southern Nigeria for fairness, justice, and equity. That was why even P2B volunteered, despite constitution allowing it, that he is going to serve for only one term if nominated as a presidential candidate. That he will serve one term, whether he is running under the Labour Party or he is running under the ADC. P2B has made it clear he will do one term. Now, that one term is because after 8 years of Muhammad Buhari, 2015 to 2023, it is now the turn of the South to produce a president. And that southern slot in the first 4 years is being occupied by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He has done a terrible job of running the country, that many people are regretting that he even had opportunity to be the president, and they don't want him to return because of the way he has run the country. Everything is headed south, in that nothing is working in the country. The insecurity in Nigeria right now is unparalleled, to the level that the United States government has to declare Nigeria a country of particular concern. The economy itself is in the tatters. So there is no hope. Our social fabric, the things that hold us together, has been literally cut. Today we are more divided. Not since the Nigerian Civil War has Nigerians been as divided as they are under his administration. Ethnicity and the ethno-religious division has widened to the level never seen before. The situation was not helped by his Muslim ticket and his apparent discrimination against some sections of this country. Even in the budgetary allocation, Lagos State alone got more projects approved by the Federal Executive Council than the whole of the South, South, and Southeast combined. The North itself, that helped him and INEC push him across the line in the last election, are fed up. So 2027 is looking for a period, like a period where Nigerians want a change. But the change Nigerians want is a real change. A change that will not be like the normal change. Because what we have now, replacing Tinubu with Atiku Abubakar, is like the difference between Eba and Gary. So literally, it doesn't make any sense. One, Atiku Abubakar is not the turn of the North. The turn of the North is 2031. So Atiku ought to wait until until 2031. And P2B has said he's going to run for only one time. And P2B makes a lot of sense in that respect. Atiku Abubakar cannot, because of his own selfish political interests, say that zoning doesn't matter anymore, because it favors him that there shouldn't be any zoning. Okay? Atiku Abubakar, we know, fought Jonathan because of zoning. Atiku Abubakar walked out of PDP because of zoning, because he felt that the zoning arrangement was violated. But this same Atiku Abubakar has sat and violated this same zoning when he sued him in the PDP. And that is what is going to destroy the ADC. As bad as Tinubu may look, and as bad as governance of the country had been, there is a need that the power remain in the South for fairness, justice, and everything. So P2B is saying, let us decide now. Let us have a written agreement. But even me, I myself, Atiku Abubakar doesn't seem to me to be somebody that you can have a written agreement with. What needs to be said is that the presidency of ADC had been zoned to the South. And I can tell you for free, any day that ADC announces that, you will no longer see Atiku in political space. He will not even support, he will not even be on the campaign trail to accompany P2B or anybody who emerges as the candidate of the party. Because it's all about Atiku, it's all about him. That had been his style from the time he contested in this republic, from the time he was with Obasanjo and wanted to outsmart Obasanjo so that Obasanjo will not run for second term. Till date, it has always been how to make himself the ultimate candidate in any political party he finds himself. It was only in the APC that Tinubu and co caught his wings and told him that he doesn't have the political clout of Muhammad Buhari to be able to achieve for APC what they are looking for before the 2015 election. And like Dr. Dati Baba Ahmed said, Atiku runs merciless primaries. So what they want to do in ADC is to run their primaries like the PDP, where dollar reigns. And because P2B is not somebody who believes in the dollar reign, doesn't believe in the buying of delegates, they feel that he can win. And in a country that poverty has been weaponized, you can see that somebody can buy the whole of the delegates. You remember Dele Momodu, I used to say this often. Dele Momodu told us that ahead of the 2022 presidential election primaries of the PDP, that the minister of the FCT, then governor of Rivers State, allegedly spent $30,000 per delegate, yet he lost to Atiku Abubakar. But Dele Momodu, who is close to Atiku Abubakar, is here to tell us how much Atiku Abubakar gave the delegates for him to emerge. So you can see with that kind of situation, P2B doesn't stand a chance competing with Atiku Abubakar. That is why you can understand why P2B wanted a written agreement, that they should write it and say, this is where the president will come from. This is where the vice president will come from. So that people don't have to go and waste their resources in a competition that they have determined the outcome in advance. I think I agree with P2B. So, and Nedu asked him, say, but the time is so short, people have not decided. And P2B gave a very good answer to him. It doesn't matter the time. It can take them 1 week to determine where it has the zoning of the candidacy or the presidential ticket will come from. It is the Nigerian people at the end of the day that will determine whether we are going forward or backward. And of course, I'm sure he must have looked at his own self, how he was able to literally won the last election without having structure. After moving to the Labour Party just in a few months' time before the election, and he was able to garner over 10 million votes that was allegedly slashed down to 6.1 million votes. And somebody had asked me, say, where is my source of P2B having 10 million votes? If you look at the court papers that P2B filed and the evidence he presented, P2B presented evidence in the court papers he filed from the Election Petition Tribunal to the Supreme Court. P2B provided evidence of his 10 million votes. Okay? But the court did not agree with him, but those evidence in a decent climb were clear. But this is Nigeria. Okay? I hope that clarified the person that was asking, how do I know? Where is the source? Go and look at the paper, the papers, the demands of Peter Obi in the court, both at the Election Petition Tribunal and at the Supreme Court. He was able to give clear evidence of having won the election and demanded that he should be declared the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Okay, so it was clear. He mentioned states he won and how they slashed his results and all that. They were there. Okay, so if he was able to do what he did within such a short period in 2023, I think that's why he was confident to say, it doesn't matter, we can take this decision a week or so, and that at the end of the day, the buck stop on the table of the Nigerian people. They are the ones that are going to vote and defend their votes. If they want a change, if they want to continue the way the country is, then that is how it's going to continue. But if they want a real change, it's not a question of how long you have made your candidate known. It's a question of Nigerians saying enough is enough of the APC and the Tinubu administration's shenanigans. I don't know what you think about P2B's warning to the APC, to the ADC, that it is time to decide where the positions, the presidency and other positions should come from ahead of time to avoid future problems. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you, and please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.